If you listen to some of the best drummers in the world, one thing you will notice immediately is how clean they play with themselves and how accurate their subdivisions are within any groove. Playing clean with yourself, meaning all of your limbs are landing together when they're supposed to, exactly together, making a really nice, precise sound. And playing accurate subdivisions, just meaning whatever rhythms you're playing, everything is equally spaced and nice and locked into the grid. And the best drummers make this look so easy, but in reality, it is very challenging and takes a long time to lock this stuff up. This is something that I practice almost every day in my playing, just constantly striving to play clean and accurate subdivisions. And this is all of the non-glamorous practicing that really translates into your grooves to make you sound better. For me personally, I always find that syncing up my bass drum perfectly with my hands is my biggest challenge in making sure that I'm playing really clean. In my personal drumming journey, my hands have always been smart and my feet have always been dumb. And so working on syncing up my bass drum with whatever groove I'm playing really nice and precise is something I'm always thinking about. My name is Taylor Edwards and I'm a percussionist and music educator here in Washington State. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel, and if you enjoy this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So in today's video, I want to give you all an exercise that you can use in your practice sessions working on some 16th note grooves. So our right hand is going to be playing 16th notes on the hi-hat the entire time. 1 E-anda, 2 E-anda, 3 E-anda, 4 E-anda. You can watch as I play through this. I'm kind of using a little bit of Moeller and a little bit of the push-pull technique. I'm not really doing the complete technique of either of those, but you can watch my hand as I play these 16th notes and kind of see how I'm playing this. This allows me to stay very, very relaxed and play for long periods of time at relatively quick speeds with one hand and not get tired. I'm not really going to be diving into hand technique or talking about that explicitly today, but if you'd like to see a video on that, make sure you let me know down in the comments. But we're going to be going through a series of permutations with our bass drum, which essentially just means playing on all of the different placements where you could play a 16th note, with the whole goal and focus of this exercise being every single time the bass drum plays, it should be perfectly locked in with the hi-hat. We're going to be keeping the snare drum on 2 and 4 the whole time, playing the backbeat. We're going to start by playing the bass drum on all the downbeats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to shift that bass drum placement back to the E's, then to the ands, then to the uhs. And I'm going to play 2 measures of each of these variations. The super important part with all of these exercises, and we'll have kind of a challenge mode towards the end of this video regarding the metronome, but find a metronome where you can have 16th note subdivisions going the whole time. And this can really give your ear something to lock into and making sure that all of the 16th notes that you're playing are locking into that 16th note grid. So here's what that first part of the exercise is going to sound like. I'm going to play 2 measures of the bass drum on the downbeats, 2 measures of the bass drum on the E's, 2 measures of the bass drum on the ands, and 2 measures of the bass drum on the uhs. So while you're doing this, try to remain as relaxed as possible. I know for me personally, every time I play an E, that tends to be really late because my foot is not prepared for it and I'm adding a little bit too much tension to that stroke. So I'm constantly telling myself, stay relaxed, lock into that 16th note subdivision and make everything feel the same. The next portion of this exercise, we're now going to take 2-note combinations. So we're going to start by playing one E, those 2 notes. Then we'll shift it over to E and, then we'll shift it over to and then finally we'll shift it over to one. And once again, I'm going to be doing 2 measures of each of this variation. And now we're working with 2-note combinations, which I know I really struggle with, especially as we start increasing the speed. That one has a pretty tricky transition when you're going from the and to the one, because you have to do kind of a 3-note hit in there to transition to the next part there. So little tricky transition there, but stay relaxed. And the final part of this exercise involves the bass drum on all the 8th notes and then all the E's and the U's. As you're going through, if you're finding whatever tempo you're working on to be difficult, slow it down and really make sure you're staying relaxed while you play this stuff. And you can even hear as I'm going through these exercises, not everything is clean and precise the whole time. This is a constant battle of playing clean with yourself, staying locked in. And again, these are the non-glamorous exercises that really make you better at your grooves. So let's try putting the whole exercise together now. Again, I will just be doing 2 measures of each variation. The 1-note combinations, we have the downbeats, the E's, the ands, then the U's. The 2-note combinations, we have 1 E, E and then one. And finally, we have all of the 8th notes, and then all the E's and the U's. Now here's the big challenge. If you've stuck around this far in the video, huge shout out to you. Instead of having your metronome playing all of the 16th notes, we're gonna have it play only the E's and the U's. So the way that you can do this, if you're just using a normal metronome, I was just playing at 80 beats per minute. If I set my metronome to 160 beats per minute, and just keep the normal quarter note subdivision. It's essentially giving me eighth notes at 80 beats per minute, but I'm gonna have the metronome only be playing the E's and the U's. So the way that we're gonna count this, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1, E and a 2, E and a 3, E and a 4, E and a 1. If you've never tried this metronome displacement before, it's really, really cool. And what this does is it forces you to be in control of the time. You're the one dictating the downbeat, and the metronome is only being used as a reference for your spacing within those rhythms there. So I'm going to give this exercise a shot with the metronome displaced on the E's and the U's. It might take me a couple reps to really feel comfortable with this, but this is a fun approach that you can take in your practicing as well. Woo, that's some tricky stuff. I hope you found this video helpful. Again, I am always working on this stuff, just trying to clean up my playing. If you did find the video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.